Glasses, right price, right now.
You're listening to Griffin Football on 680 KFEQ.
We continue with the Hy-Vee post-game show. I am Dave Riggert. Griffins defeat Northeastern State 66-16. Let's go back down to Chris on the football field.
All right, thanks, Dave. Luke Vang here with me. 3 catches, 48 yards, 2 touchdowns, offense over 600 yards. What was the biggest key for you guys tonight?
We were just clicking on all cylinders. Finally, we just got it together. We had a little stumble there in the second quarter, but we took care of business. And Dom and Wyatt both had a hell of a game.
You and I talked about it a little bit. You guys had those first 3 games of the year against top 25 opponents. Very tough test. You guys come in tonight against a team on paper that you guys are supposed to be able to move the football with. You guys did that, though. It's more than just coming in and saying you guys want to do it. But you guys really just kind of put it to them there in the first quarter.
Yeah, our goal coming in was just move the ball, score points. And we needed to do that, and we did that. We want to put up a little bit more in the first half, but we didn't quite take care of it, so we came out second half strong. I thought we finished pretty well.
Talk about your night a little bit. You know, the 3 receptions, 2 of them touchdowns. Just what was the key for you, getting on the same page tonight?
Honestly, it was just a good game plan we had going. The first one was just kind of a little slam flat, and I was wide open. He just had to jump it on me. I really thought Dom was going to run it in, so I got lucky there. But the second one, Wyatt threw a heck of a ball. All the praise to him, man. I wouldn't have been there. We talked about right before that he was going to throw me that ball, and it happened.
Now, next week, Washburn, tough team coming in here. This offense, though, 600 yards, the confidence level's got to be high, heading into next week, though.
Yes, absolutely. I feel like we kind of got going on all cylinders tonight, and we're just going to use that momentum going forward and take on a tough Washburn team, hopefully come out victorious here at the Spratt.
All right, thanks, man. Good game tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, Chris, thank you very much. Luke Vang, a good night tonight as, again, he had 3 catches and 2 of them for scores this evening as Missouri Western dominates tonight. They knock off Northeastern State by a score of 66-16. Now 2-0 inside the Spratt. They're 0-2 on the road this year at Northwest Missouri State and at Central Missouri. Griffins win it tonight 66-16. Let's take a look at the final numbers in our football game. And our statistics are brought to you by Family Center Farm and Home, a family-owned company that offers customers more diverse products and services than other traditional big box stores. Family Center Farm and Home, just down the road from the Missouri Western campus at the corner of Mitchell and Riverside. You can hear the fireworks going on as they are having a fireworks spectacular here after the military appreciation game and family weekend game, and a big win tonight helps that. But fireworks after the football game, you can hear those in the background going off here at Spratt Stadium. The Griffins tonight finish this football game 71 plays for 612 yards. By far the most this season. The most they had gotten this year was 376. They get 612 after getting just 206 1 week ago at Central Missouri. But 71 plays, 612 yards. The Griffins ran 45 times for 326 yards, averaging 7.2 yards per rush. They threw the football 17 of 26 with the 2 quarterbacks tonight.
One of the nation's 100 top hospitals by Truven Health Analytics? It's true, and it's the only hospital in our area to receive this award, including...
I don't know if the fireworks knocked us off the air or what, but we just got knocked off the air for a second. But I'll continue with the statistics brought to you by Family Center Farm and Home. Griffins again threw for 286 yards in this football game, so a 6-12. Good balance this evening from Missouri Western. The Riverhawks of Northeastern State, 67 plays, 210 yards in this football game this evening. They ran 40 times for 54 yards. That's it tonight. 1.4 yards per carry, 6 sacks from the Griffin defense. That's a season high. They had 6 coming in. They get 6 in this football game, and NSU has now allowed 19 sacks in 4 games so far this season. Other stats in this football game, we'll go over the individual numbers in a second. The big one that really hurts penalties. Griffins had 15 penalties for 180 yards. They're the most penalized team in the league, and they will stay there. 15 for 180 in the game. The Northeastern State had 11 for 115. This game took over 3 hours, or 3 hours and about 3.5 hours deep right now. Well, that's a big reason why. 26 accepted penalties in this football game this evening. Griffins were great on third down tonight. Coming into the game, they were 11 for 44, last in the league, 25% tonight, 9 out of 14 on third downs, while NSU was 2 out of 14 on third downs this evening and 0 for 2 on fourth down, so 2 for 16 overall in their conversions. So the Griffins very, very good at converting third downs, and again on the opposite side of that, shutting down third downs for Northeastern State. Individually for Missouri Western, Dom Marino finishes the game 13 out of 20 for 158 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Wyatt Steigerwald came in the second half, and he went 4 out of 6 for 128 yards and 3 touchdowns with no interceptions. He was sacked 1 time in the football game. That was the only sack for Northeastern State in this contest. Leading receiver, yardage-wise, it was Carlos Thompson. The former Indy Pirate had 2 receptions, 91 yards and a score. Keelan Mack had 4 catches, 67 yards and a touchdown. Luke Vang had 3 for 48 and 2 scores. Brock Broughton had 1 catch for 21 yards. Joe Horn had 3 catches for 21 yards. Blake Brow had 1 catch for 19 yards. Cameron Grandy, the true freshman, had a catch for 10 yards. Deanna Corley, a catch for 5 yards and a score. And Eli Cunningham had 1 catch for 4 yards in the first pass of the football game. On the ground, I mentioned the Griffs ran for 326 yards tonight. 151 from James Bailey. 16 carries, 151 yards and 2 touchdowns. Shamar Griffith, 7 carries, 68 yards. He had 2 touchdowns as well. Don Marino, 5 carries for 66 yards in the game. Derek Gray had 9 carries for 47 yards in the game. Donald Hawkins had 2, make it 6 carries for 2 yards. And Wyatt Steigerwald, a couple of carries for -8 yards as he was sacked 1 time in the football game. So in all, again, the Griffins, 612 yards of offense. Individually for Northeastern State, Jake Pruitt, 9 out of 20. He was their backup that came into the football game, 9 out of 20 for 134, no TDs, 1 interception. Cade Yeager started the game, went 2 for 5 for 22 yards before he exited after he got sacked by Tyler Baska. And their other quarterbacks came in the game, went 0 for 1. Leading receiver, Isaiah Upshaw, 4 catches, 104 yards. Leading rusher, Chris Davis. He had 7 carries, 21 yards and a score. Boo McKnight had 9 for 20 and a score, but they only had 54 rushing yards on 40 attempts, 1.4 yards per carry here in this football game this evening. The Griffins win it 66-16 as Missouri Western is now 2-2 on the season. We're going to break, come back with more of the Hy-Vee postgame show as we continue right here on the Griffin Sports Network.
Did you know Mosaic Life Care was named one of the nation's 100 top hospitals by Truven Health Analytics? It's true, and it's the only hospital in our area to receive this award, including the Kansas City Metro. Plus, as a 5-year member of the Mayo Clinic Care Network, you can be confident knowing that at any time, your Mosaic Life Care doctor can collaborate with the nation's top specialists on your behalf, giving you the absolute best care close to home. Visit mymosaiclifecare.org to learn more.
Shop, dine, and play the East Hills way. East Hills Shopping Center is the friendliest and safest place to shop. Located only 1 mile from Spratt Stadium, East Hills is your destination for Griffin gear with over 50 stores and restaurants to serve. East Hills is a proud sponsor of Missouri Western State University and Griffin Athletics, teaming together, making St. Joseph strong. Go Griffs!
Looking for a sign? Just look up. Chances are our professional staff probably designed or installed it. Roderick Sign Company is as local as they come. We've been providing St. Joe custom sign installation and design for more than 80 years. We're proud of St. Joe, and we're proud supporters of our Missouri Western Griffins. At Roderick, we also offer large and small indoor-outdoor banners, vehicle graphics, and awnings to dress up your business. Roderick Sign Company, located under the big green awning on Frederick and 16th. Find us online. RoderickSigns.com.
This season, give your purpose a little mango. Smoothie King's new and improved mango smoothies are here, made with real whole mango. Slim down with the Greek yogurt pineapple mango smoothie. Firm up with the protein-powered Gladiator with mango smoothie. Or simply feel better with the vegan mango kale smoothie made with plant-based goodness. No matter your purpose, there's a mango smoothie blended for you. Mango smoothies only at Smoothie King, 3508 North Belt Highway in St. Joseph, 816-273-5511. Smoothies with a purpose. Diet and weight loss depend on individual needs. Eating right and exercising daily.
This is Griffin wide receiver Brock Broughton. You're listening to Missouri Western Football on the Griffin Sports Network.
We continue from Spratt Stadium. It's the Hy-Vee postgame show as Hy-Vee makes lives easier, happier, and healthier. Located at 201 North Belt Highway in St. Joseph. Matt Williamson has joined us here on the postgame show as Missouri Western defeats Northeastern State. The fireworks going on around us, and they've been going on for a while now as we continue with the postgame show. But let's talk to Matt Williamson here on postgame after a 66-16 win over Northeastern State. And we'll talk about penalties in a second. I know that's an issue, but we talked, this is a team that on paper you should handle. And that's on paper, but you guys came out early in this game. You established your identity. Had some passes that you completed, but you ran the football right down their throat. 3 possessions, 3 scores. You took advantage of them early on, and then you went on to dominate the football game. But you've got to feel good just about how you played offensively and defensively in this game.
Yeah, I mean, it was really good to see. You know, we talked about it all week, and I talked to you earlier about it as well, too, is that we had not come out like on fire and played right out of the gate, in that first quarter, this whole season so far. And we talked about it. We coached it.
Is that why you took the football?
Yes, absolutely. That's what I told him. I said I never do this because I never take the football.
Right.
I always. I
was surprised you hadn't.
Defer.
We talked about that.
And I just said, guys, I feel confident. I know you guys are going to play really well. We're going to have success, and I want to start out hot. So I never do that. I told them, and they know I don't, but I never do this. We're going to take the ball. Offense is going to go down and score, and we're going to get this thing rolling out of the gate, and we're going to keep it going. So that was very, very good to see. Defensively played pretty dang good that first quarter as well too, and we just kind of sputtered in that second quarter. And I talked to those guys about that as well too. As we can't sputter. Then all of a sudden we had a couple penalties and holding, and then just some bad things happened, and it just looked it just didn't look very good. And I got into it with the coaches a little bit, at halftime, just talking to them, and say, hey, this is not us. We can't be this team. We can't play unbelievably one quarter and then all of a sudden just absolutely just explode the second quarter and not do anything right, have execution, have penalties and all those things. And literally that's what happened. We had a big pass on defense, and then we had a kid play, take himself outside of the team and bats a ball at a kid. That's just that I don't accept that. But it's on me, and that's the face of me of what we did right there. So I've got to get that correct. Kids got to understand if we do that against a very solid opponent, we're going to be down 25 points, 24 points before you even know it. And I don't want them to learn that. I got to teach them in the locker room and on practice and on film. But we can't do that, and I don't want them to learn that in a game and lose a football game because it hasn't been processed and taken in.
We're talking about Williamson in our postgame show, a 66-16 win over Northeastern State. And let's talk about your offense. And you ran for 326, you threw for 286, but it looked like it was Coach Brown's emphasis to kind of get Dom a rhythm, some short passing early in the football game, establish the run as well. Was that kind of the goal early in the game, to kind of get some rhythm?
Absolutely, just exactly what you said. That was our game plan. Want to make some short passes, some hitches, some bubbles, give him the opportunity to a little bit of run pass option, and just kind of get him in a flow. And as you see, when he is in a flow and he doesn't have to think a whole bunch.
He was more confident tonight. Yeah. He wasn't antsy in the pocket, didn't have the quick feet to go look. He even extended plays and looked down the field to keep it alive to throw it.
Mm-hmm. And they didn't pressure a whole bunch, and they weren't a team that doesn't pressure a whole bunch, so which makes it a little bit easier. You have teams that pressure, makes those guys feel uncomfortable. But he did a good job. I was really proud of him. He probably looked one of the I thought he looked pretty good against Northwest as well too, as the first 2 or 3 quarters. But after that, between those 2 games, I think he's probably one of his better games, and it should have been, and I'm proud of him and proud of our offense to move the chains. We got to erase all the negative stuff.
How about your run game, too, and kind of James Bailey's coming out party? You guys have talked a lot about James when he joined your football team, how he is as talented a guy as you've seen, and obviously Shamar got you going early in the game, but then James was kind of on a roll there in the middle of the football game. But we saw some of his talent come out tonight, didn't we?
We did. And it's kind of always been there. The issue that with him is that he dominated, had a really good, successful spring, then came out in the fall, doing some new things, doing some new. This is very distracting with these fireworks going off right here.
They're all over the place.
I can't even think. Anyway, but he came out and did really good in camp, and then implementing some new things and him being new and some, he was, kind of leveled out a little bit, and then all of a sudden he got banged up, and so he got behind the 8 ball just a little bit with just as the seasons moved and stuff, and we've implemented him a little bit more and more and more, and then now, his confidence, and obviously he ran with a lot of confidence, and he's a big back, and he's
just
hard,
powerful, isn't he?
He's hard to get down. I mean, he's going to get positive yards, and once, the yards after contact is where he's going to get it. Someone's going to hit him, and he's going to get 3 or 4 more yards every single time. So I was glad to see that. But we've got to continue to grow and continue to work and continue to press ourselves to better ourselves. We're going to face, Washburn, end up beating Central, a team that we lost to and didn't really show up to last week. So it doesn't get any easier. So this is a good game for us. It was obviously I talked a little bit about the media downstairs. Is that once you come out and you don't have a lot of success, you didn't really show up against Central Missouri. A good competitor, a good team should come back and look like this.
Yep.
Subtract the penalties, but
yes.
Should look like this,
yeah.
And come back with confidence and saying, hey, that's not who we are. We're going to play like this and get things going, and that's what we did tonight.
And good to get Wyatt some meaningful snaps, and he threw the football well, got some guys involved. Carlos got involved with a long touchdown as well. Gannon got a TD, and nice to get Wyatt involved because you never know. You may need him at some point.
Exactly. He threw the ball really well, and he kind of orchestrates the offense really well. It's just and it's good to, it's hard to kind of judge how he did exactly. Visually, it looked good. We're going to go back and watch film and make sure that his checks and everything that he saw, what we want to do, and our game plan was correct. But he definitely had a good night and put some balls in some good spots and had some guys. I think Luke Vang had 2 tight end. The tight end had 2 catches and 2 touchdowns tonight, and had some other guys that caught the ball well. Keelan made some really impressive catches. Balls that were
9 different guys caught in football tonight, so that's good to see.
Yeah, and that's where you look at it, that's where we probably struggled the most a little bit in the pass game, and this is what we need to do. We need to do this. Come out here, throw the ball, and be electric with passing. Obviously, and having success with running the ball. It's just a good situation.
We'll talk to Matt Williamson in our post-game show as the Griffins win at 66-16, and talk about your defense. What really stood out was the pressure you got from not even bringing extra guys. Your front four, no matter who was out there, was getting pressure almost every time on their quarterback. 6 sacks in all this evening, and that was impressive to see with your front four, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was really good. We put them in a situation, and their offense. I thought they do a good job, but they are vanilla, which means that they do good things